So like I said, I recommend collect the alien artifacts on America so you can practice him. Alright, so... now we're on to Siberia. Also, how come I can't get America boss fights like that in my speedruns? Dang. Alright, so this is, Siberia stage tutorial for Body Harvest. So... there's a car here, we'll jump in the Vladicar. You want to try to get some brake boosts on this road because they'll save a little bit of time. And we're just going to drive over here. We're not getting the key. Just drive up on this hill. And just start walking up the hill. Yeah, nothing special, just walk up the hill. Eventually you're going to start picking up speed. And... we'll reach the top of the hill and you'll see... in front of me, you're going to see that there's a little... where the, quit arrow is, there's a little point in the texture. You're going to want to walk towards that point, because sometimes you'll jump off and just land next to the boat, and that's a little faster. If you don't jump off and just walk down, just swim to the boat, it's alright now. For this processor, I like to turn a little left. And you don't want to aim at him. You want to aim slightly in front of his face. If you aim directly at him, all your machine gun shots will not hit. Here, as you can see, I'm doing steady damage. So, Siberia one's pretty easy. Unfortunately, we don't have that luxury for the rest. So after you kill him, just drive through this little water over to the portal. And... jump in this boat. Just a little bit south of west. You can ignore the fish that are coming. Now there's going to be a hoveros and 4 mosquitoes. As you're driving, you want to take them all out. And up here, you see the little landing spot there where you're supposed to use a rocket launcher to shoot the iceberg. What you want to do is you want to just park your boat like that. If you park the boat into that coast at the angle I did, you're pretty much always going to jump out on the land and not have to like do any swimming. So here, we're going to walk up this wall up to this point here where you stop walking. At this point, we're going to stay as high as we can, pretty much until you see this, like, dark texture. And then just start walking over to the iceberg. And if you do it right... I'm stuck. You can just walk over the iceberg. And now we can just walk around the shore. This is like a 40-minute walk, with really nothing to talk about. Actually, longer than that. We're walking all the way to the nuke plant. When we get to the nuke plant, we're gonna do the side quest to get the Spectre VTOL jet. Because it's very, very helpful for the speedrun. So when you get over here, you can walk up this hill. Yes. Being able to walk up hills is kind of a theme in Siberia. And right here, you could walk around a long way, but you can also just walk up this. And when you get here, you're gonna gain speed and just come over the top. Alright, so we're gonna do the nuke plant side quest now. Unfortunately, after we destroy the pump houses, some aliens are gonna warp in. And we're not at all equipped to fight them. So if you get bad RNG here, you're just gonna die, and there's not much you can do about it. It's just one of the things you have to deal with when you run this game. So, we destroy the pump houses. And here, you see the helicopter aliens warp in. You want to try to do a manipulation here, but unlike the other manipulations, this one is not consistent at all. I like to drive toward the left one. Hopefully not they're gonna troll, but I didn't take any damage. You want them to both shoot their pulse balls at you there. So now we're gonna come in and grab the key. Hopefully, basically, what you want to do here, you want to be able to keep the bulldozer all the way until you drive to the plane. But that's extremely luck reliant. Here, I'm aiming the bulldozer in the general direction of the plane. Because when I come out this door, all the aliens are going to be there, and they're going to start shooting at me. So that will help escape better, and give me more of a chance to actually get away with the bulldozer. So just save the nuke plant. Alright, we did it. Now, you don't have to go back and talk to the guy again and get the plane. It's just there. So, I'm gonna get health. If you get really bad luck driving here, and the aliens take the bulldozer out and do a lot of damage to you before you even get into the nuke plant, you can come into the health refiller before you go into the reactor room. So, we're gonna come out the door and... Where's this RNG in my speedruns? Alright, so... that's what good RNG looks like. So we jump in the plane. Just like land in front of the Scorpion, start shooting. You're gonna kill the Scorpion and the processor. So there, the processor's dead. Now, here you have two options. For beginning speedrunners, I suggest you pick up some health. If you're going for a really good time, then you just don't grab the health and chance it. So fly through this portal. It's really tricky to quickly get through this portal with the VTOL. It takes practice, and even then... Now, here. You want to kind of land your plane and angle toward the middle of the houses. Unfortunately, that's not what I wanted, but if you land the plane at that angle, you have a better chance of jumping out on the left side really close to this door. And at this point, to go over to the hangman, I'm gonna have to walk the long way around the plane, but that doesn't matter. Because I have to wait for this countdown regardless. So, what we want to do... We're gonna grab our little hangman bee here, and we're gonna pick up the plane. After you have the plane, fly a little bit west of north. Now, one of the rigs should appear in front, and you'll see the boat. In this general area, I like to pull out, switch to this camera angle, and start descending. This, you're gonna want to practice. Generally, if you can't see the wheels anymore after holding for like a second, it's safe to drop the plane and it'll just hit on top of the water. So, if you have time, you can land here. Picking up these workers will shorten the cutscene of the rigs blowing up a little and save you about a second, so if you have the time, just land and pick up these workers. And as you can see, I have time to wait because now we're gonna grab the sub. For purposes of safety here, I'm gonna kill all these enemies. You can just kill the ones on the left and go, but the ones on the right will catch up to you with the processor, and it makes it riskier, so... Just when you get here, just start shooting all over the place. There, I got a fish. So if I've taken any damage because I got these fish, they'll drop health, and now I'm back at full. So right here, you can see just off to the left of the play arrow, there's a little hill. A wave of aliens is gonna beam in over there. If you just drive just off to the right of that hill when they beam in, now you're over at the processor. So just kill him. Jump out into your plane. Now. Actually, because there's a whole lot of, for the purpose of time saving, and because I know how badly things can go wrong, I'm gonna go save. Do not, I'm only saving just because I don't want to have to redo all of Siberia for the tutorial if something goes wrong in Siberia 4, which it probably will, because stuff usually goes wrong there. So fly through the portal. Now here, zoom the camera out, and as you come up here, you can see this little bump that I'm over. When you see this bump, you want to turn. And right here, you're going to see this wall. If you fly that route, you have a little bit of leeway. You're not going to spawn any aliens. Now here, there's two ways you can do this. You can, let me go to the map. Alright, you can kind of, like, fly along this, there's a shield barrier here. You can fly along the shield barrier, turn north, pick up the Scud launcher, fly east along this wall until you get into this general area right here, and then fly south and drop it off. That's slower, but it's much more consistent. I'm going to show you the riskier strat. The riskier strat is right here. You're going to see there's a little white V in the texture. When you get to this V in the texture, you want to turn just north of west. And there will be a little, right here, there's a turn in the road. You want to come over the middle of this turn in the road. And come out over the water. Now right here, when you get over the water, you want to turn and go north onto this road. And I spawned some mosquitoes, but that's alright. It's possible not to spawn the mosquitoes, but it's risky because the route to avoid spawning the mosquitoes, if you mess up a little, you're going to spawn helicopter aliens. So pick up the Scud launcher. On the way back, I'm actually going to fly through a couple mosquitoes. Alright, now. Going back, you want to follow the same basic route. And it looks like I did that correctly. If you go too far north along that route, you're going to spawn a hoverers. If you go too far south, you're going to spawn helicopter aliens. If you're going to err on spawning the hoveros. It's a lot easier to deal with. But with a little bit of practice, it's not that hard to get back without spawning anything. Unless you're me and doing a Siberia speedrun, then you just spawn aliens you didn't want all over the place. But, alright, so here, what I like to do is I turn the camera to the side. And basically just do that. Don't try to swing through, like drop it without looking and fly off. If you try to do that, it's not going to end up in the pen. And then you're going to get in your plane and go fight the jellies, and they're not going to be there. So right here, just fly south, and you'll find some jellies. So we're just going to kill the jellies. Are they dead? Yes. And same basic principle. You wanna, if you fly too far to the left here, when coming back, you're gonna spawn two hoveroses. And you really do not want to do that, because you're about to be launching the Scud. And if they come in when you're launching the Scud, they're gonna blow up your Scud launcher, and you're gonna get game over. So what you want to do now, you want to just land in here. Hopefully, yes, alright. What I just did there, you're going to need to practice that. That is not easy. And sometimes when you land there, your plane will be in a way such that you can't get to the door. So, just make sure you just I would have a save file where Siberia 4 is already completed. And there's 2 VTOLs you can get in the stage. Just like grab the VTOLs and just practice it over and over until you run out of fuel. Until you get the hang of landing in there. Alright, now we're gonna go launch a Scud. Here, when you land a plane, you want to land on this side of the Scud launcher. And the Scud missile, you don't have to hit the target. You just need to get far enough away that you don't die in the explosion, and it'll complete the mission. So we're going to jump out of the Scud. We're going to get in our plane. Just park here, fly up and shoot the processor. Oh, that's really bad. Alright, so... luckily there's something I can do here. Yeah, I was... yeah, those helicopter aliens, if they all turn the machine guns on you, you just die so fast. But I'm gonna grab this plane. What is going on? Now, if your plane is at low health, there's another plane you can switch to here. What you want to do for this tower... a whole bunch of those nasty helicopter aliens are gonna spawn right around the tower. So what we're gonna do here is similar to what we did on the America 3 processor. We're gonna go in and we're gonna stop short. Now we're gonna fly up and shoot supplies. And after these guys start attacking us, we're gonna go in on the tower. And that's how you do the tower. And considering what I did, why am I not getting the, like, messages warning me about how bad the Alpha 1 is getting blown up? That's really strange. Alright, so... I'm actually gonna restart this. Just because the timer for the base is going, and because of what happened, there's a chance it was gonna run out during the boss fight. If you do this well, and by well I mean not lose a plane against the Siberia 4 processor, if you get through the portal to the generator fast enough, it glitches out the game so that it'll launch the save totem before, like, warning you that the Alpha command's in danger, and then it basically stops the timer for that, I think. And even if it doesn't, you have plenty of time to do the tower and the boss. So now that I did this, I can talk about the boss at length. The boss, at the beginning, what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to back up very slightly and turn to the left and start shooting on the arm on your left. If you do this, hopefully, he'll just sit there for a while and then start shooting lasers at you. So hopefully that's what happens. So back up a little, turn left, and shoot the little thing. Alright. This is what I want. So when he starts shooting lasers, just, you want to finish the arm off. Come around, right here. You want to drive around to the left of the power-up like this. And he's going to charge when you do this, like every time. You want to drive through the power-up, pick it up, and be circling around him counterclockwise. This puts you in a good position to shoot his other target. And as you can see, I'm about to finish this second arm. When you finish the second arm, what you want to do is you want to turn your alpha command as much to the left as possible so that you can try to knock his butt off immediately. So hopefully I'll be able to do that. Alright, I didn't get it. I hit it, but I didn't do enough damage. So now I can show you the backup. Here, if that happens, zoom out and start strafing him. You don't want him to see you, otherwise he'll charge. Like he just did. So now that he sees me, he's going to keep charging. And once you get it so he doesn't see you, he's just going to circle and look for you. And that will allow you to get to his side and knock his butt off. And now you just shoot him a couple of times and the boss is over. So, ideally, after you take out the second arm, you want to knock his butt off immediately. But if you can't, just circle around him, try to make it so he doesn't see you, and then you can get to his side and knock his butt off, and then he just comes at you unless you kill him. Alright, I actually wanna... Before I go on to comment, I want to exit out. I want to fight him one more time. Luckily, I have a file I can do that on, not this one. Play boss. This is a guy. Now this fight, I'm not going to do anything at the start because I want him to charge. Just because I want to try to demonstrate what you want to do if he instant charges you at the beginning. So hopefully he'll charge. I'm actually going to drive toward him a little to try to get him to charge, actually. So hopefully he'll charge. Come on. No, he's just going to do this. Alright. If he charges, like, when he warps back in, he's going to be shooting lasers at you immediately. So you want to just, like you did with the other side, you want to strafe around him and try to avoid the lasers as much as possible. Otherwise, you're going to take a lot of damage. And here, yeah, this is why you want to do the manipulation, because this is a lot of damage. And after that, you just want to try to do the rest of the fight as normal. There's actually some health over here. The good thing is these red alien bugs, they're gonna be all over the place, and when there's generally always gonna be health flying around. So once again, just zoom out, stay out of his view, come around to the side. Why'd he charge there? Knock his butt off and just finish him. So, if he instant charges you, that's what you're gonna have to do. You might have to go out of your way to pick up health to survive, because having to deal with the lasers the whole time is gonna be a lot of damage. So you might have to go out of your way for health in that situation like I did, but it's basically the same concept. You want to destroy the left arm, pick up the power-up in a way that when he warps back in, you're going to be driving around him counterclockwise to put you in a good position to both damage the other arm gun and avoid getting hit by lasers. Alright, so that's Siberia. And we got one more stage. And this is going to be a problem to redo